Taurus. Hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early to mid-August 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Taurus collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for the lovely Taurus collective in early to mid-August? It is Leo season, my good friends. What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Virgo in early to mid-August. What's the vibe? What's the energy? Let's have ourselves a good time today, my friends. We're going to have some fun. There we go. Nice. All right. This one has a lot of layered symbolism in it, but I don't dislike it. Yes, it does seem like the lady's waiting around a little bit. So there, for some of you, this could be you or somebody else that's in a wait and see or waiting for something. That could potentially be it. But there's a lot of other undertones, so I don't want to just pigeonhole it into that. Now, before we fully dive into that card, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Pardon me. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo. Back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So as we can see, we have this lovely lady that seems to be sitting by a window, just waiting and waiting and waiting. We have that big golden clock that is like just after midnight. We have that bird delivering a letter. We have the moon at night outside. She's waiting by a phone. We got flowers. We got a cat. So there's a lot of layered symbolism. So what I was saying about wait and see or waiting mode, that could absolutely be true when it comes to something. Whether it's spirit saying like, hey, Taurus, before you make a move, just wait and see how it goes. Hopefully this isn't something that you've been waiting on a long time for. Maybe someone's waiting on you. That could possibly be it. It's like this person is just waiting and waiting. And like when I see all this like darkness on the outside, there's a lot of questions, a lot of unknowns. Like, what's coming up? Hey, what's taking this person so long? Oh, what's happening? So there's a lot of questioning with this card too. But also when we see like the bird with the letter and the telephone, there is something here about communication as well. So it's going to be intriguing to see if that shows up within the reading itself. It reminds me of the Three of Wands, where there's a certain anticipation. So for some Tauruses, maybe you have a certain anticipation within you, where it's like, oh, I feel something coming. I don't know what it is. Or there's like this sense I feel within me. So I think it could be really good for some of you. The only downside to that card is if someone feels like they're wasting their time. So we're just going to let her chill right there. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for my beautiful Taurus friends. And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was a little high strung, my friends. Not necessarily you, but the reading was titled They Are Nervous. And I did get that really strong, cerebral, lots of thoughts type of energy where someone just felt very high strung. So hopefully you weren't too on edge. Maybe it was somebody else. Maybe it was energetic stimulus. It could be a whole variety of different things, but it was wound tight. So just know that energy could bleed over for a couple weeks. But we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be looking at your vibe or somebody else. Let's get it going. 3 cards for my lovely Taurus friends. What do we got? Oh, there we go. First card out. Cool. I mean, that's a good way to start. This could also be other people's energy as well. I normally like the 3 of Cups. I know it does get a bit of a reputation, but I think it could be fun. I think it could be a lot of fun. Let's get a couple more. Knight of Swords. I mean, this energy is moving. That energy doesn't seem to be waiting. That energy seems to be rocking and rolling. Okay, let's get one more out here, and we'll start piecing this all together. So I'm neutral about what I'm seeing on the front. Okay, there we go. Page of Cups. So the name of the game this week, I could already tell, is other people's energy, which was another thing that I've been seeing for a couple weeks now for Taurus. I'm going to get this little Page of Cups tacked in right there by the Knight. And yeah, there is a lot of chit-chat. There's a lot of talking this week. So that could absolutely, whether it's talks, messages, conversations. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first glance, you know me, I always love to look at the elements. I feel like that lays a foundation and tells us how the energy could potentially flow. And all of it is inward facing, even though we see a lot of people. We have a whole bunch of water and we have a little bit of air. Now, water is very good for a Taurus like yourself because water is the counterbalance to earth, which you are. Now, aside from that, it is matters of the heart, the internal world, matters of emotion. It's soft, it's subtle, it's intuitive, it's energetically sensitive. So that's another theme that we've been picking up. The water is highly creative and expressive. So any artistic or creative things where you're like redecorating, doing this, that's all highly favored. Writing, music, you name it. So it's really nice. Partnerships, things that we actually care about, emotional investment. The downside to water is that it could be a little wish washy. It could be a little in and out, back and forth, back and forth. Could sometimes be overwhelming. But then we have the counterbalance to even that. We have the swords, which is air. So matters of the heart on the outside, logic. This is all about the facts. So it is logical, pragmatic, strategic, and planned out. Not much emotion here. This does deal with the mindset, mind state. Yeah, the facts of the matter. Then the big thing with the swords is it deals with information, whether giving it, receiving it, searching for it. It's about knowledge here. That's why it's the suit of communication. So it does balance off. It's that little heart mind thing. So for some of you, you might be going with what your heart is. My heart telling me to do this, or is my logic? Should I listen to my mind or what I feel? There's like this little dance happening. The downside to air is that it can be overthinky. So similar to what we saw last week, it could also be quite cold. So it's just something that we want to keep an eye on. Let's go through and start building this out piece by piece. Position number one, we start with the Three of Cups. And just to mention, we have a card that can represent groups of people, and then we have two court cards. So people everywhere. But the Three of Cups is normally pretty nice. And we see these people, they're having themselves a good time. They're raising a toast, they're celebrating. So, first and foremost, when I see this card, I think of wins and victories. I think of people enjoying themselves. I think of happiness, merriment, having a damn good time. It doesn't mean you have to be out there partying, but it's just doing something enjoyable. So even if it's doing something you enjoy within your home or whatever you like to do, whether it's a hobby, whether it is going out and partying it up, it's all good. This energy is just celebratory. So when I see people celebrating, hey, that's nice. What might be the downside of this? I mean, not the people effect isn't the downside, but I do always have to mention it. Like threes represent your circle or people around you, whether you're purposely putting them around you or it's people you have to be around, like coworkers. It's like these people are around me on a regular basis. But the downside of this can represent overindulgence. The downside of this could be an energy that takes things too far sometimes. And it could also be an energy that doesn't take things seriously. So again, I'm not saying that's you, it could be someone else. And nothing wrong with being lighthearted. It could also represent funky group dynamics. So we do have to keep a very close eye on this Three of Cups because I call it a positive until something shows me otherwise. But moving to the center, we have a really fast mover. We have the Knight of Swords, big air sign energy. So Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, potentially. Knights to me represent action and they represent communication. Out of all the knights, this is the fastest mover. Shooting towards something like a rocket, it's coming in hot. So whether it's an action you take, an action somebody else takes, this energy is moving, which can be great. The downside is this energy can also be pushy. It could also be aggressive. It could be a little bit mean and confrontational. So we do want to keep a close eye on this Knight of Swords because it pops in quick, but it amps things up quickly too. So it's worth noting. And yeah, the communication theme, the messages, the talks, that is absolutely running in the undercurrent of this reading ever since that first Oracle card. If you think back to a couple of minutes ago, we have like people, we have this messenger coming in, and then here on the back end, we have another. We have the Page of Cups, big water sign vibes. So this could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It could also represent a younger individual as well. Pages are students and messengers. So we have the action and messages. Now, this is someone that learns things. It's very new, fresh type of energy. I like the pages, they're pretty cool. But this one in particular, the Page of Cups, is all about getting something off of its chest. This is a big talker, a lot of chit chat, a lot of yapping going on with all this. So we do need to keep an eye on like gossipy energy. I'm already telling you this. The good thing about the page is that it comes forth and it lets it spill. The downside about the Page of Cups, it can second guess itself. It can be extremely unsure. Like, should I do this? Should I not? So we're going to have to dig deeper. I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for Taurus? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Three of Cups. Pardon me. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Taurus, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Three of Cups time. Why is it here? It's just so chatty. It's so chatty. Now, I will say this. If you are one of the Tauruses out there where you like making friends, you like meeting people, you like hanging out, you're a socially driven individual, then the energy is very supportive this week for any and all of those activities. Whether it's new people, people I've known for a long time, this energy is just talking like almost a mile a minute. Now, for some of you, that could be a very specific individual. Like, some people where they could just carry a conversation with like a, a wall if they wanted to. Like, to me, it's like, yep, 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 yep. And again, that's not a bad thing. There's just a lot of talking going on. Now, as we move further through the rest of the reading, I want to say, all right, well, what kind of talking are we doing? Are we catching up? Is it surface level? Hey, how's the weather? Or are we diving deep, talking about intense things? Or is it gossipy? Like, I have a lot of questions because right now I feel like it could be yes to all of those things. It just feels very chatty. Now, the thing with the Eight of Wands, you see it, it's the Eight Wands cutting through the sky, right? Um, sure, it could be action. It does hold a similar frequency to this guy right here in the middle, the Knight of Swords. Uh, it's one of the fastest moving cards in the deck. So is there something about someone making moves and taking action? I want to keep that in the back of our mind. But the fact that we have so many people, so much talking from the Oracle card on, this is one of the biggest cards of communication. It's coming in hot. It just feels like a lot of chatting. So again, if you're the social type, beautiful. You might be more popular than you normally are. You might have a certain magnetism to you, and it's like, oh, here they come, here it comes, energy just coming in, whether it's people you want to come in or people you don't, the energy is just coming in. For others that want a little quiet, want a little peace, want a little solitude, you might want to watch out with this energy this week. We're just going to keep moving. We're going to keep moving over to the Knight of Swords, see if we could get some differentiation on what all this chit chat is about. Because this is like a group, it's like a group text. It's like people just like, it's like a lot of talking or messaging. So, why is the Knight of Swords here? Why is it here? Good. Yeah, and it doesn't feel like just new people because now we have old people. But not old people, but you get what I mean. People I've known for a long time showing up here. We have the Six of Cups in reverse. This is an energy that pops back up and returns, and this one could be a little bit surprising. So for some Tauruses, you might like reconnect or speak to people you haven't had a chat with in a while. So whether that's an old friend, a family member, old romantic interest, it could be all of them really, because there's just so much magnetism around communication coming in. It's like I'm a vortex. I'm pulling it all in here. The Six of Cups. Notice the two children, right? What are they doing? They're communicating, they're sharing. This is a card, soul ties, soul connections. I really like it. But to me, it's the biggest card of history. People that share memories together. So when I see it in reverse, it's like the past looping. In the upright, it's more so of like the past being in the past. When I see it in reverse, next to two action cards, we have a lot of reconnecting potentially. So it seems like there's a lot of potential doors opening this week. Depends on if you want those doors open or not, really. But there could be a surprising return or two, or an unexpected return or two in the short term future. We're going to keep going. I don't want to overcomplicate it. I don't want to overdo it. Uh, it's just so chatty, so talky, so messagey. It's like it's unique. Usually, I know from what I've experienced, from what I know about you, beautiful Tauruses, whether that's through the clients I work with or ones that are in my personal life. There's a time and a place for partying and talking and enjoying. Like, but Tauruses tend to like their space, right? Like they like to be in their own lane. They like to have a nice, comfortable space, and they don't need to be out partying and doing this and doing that all the time. So I guess it depends on your personality, really. Like for some of you, this is awesome, fantastic, and beautiful. For some of you, this is like, no, Kyle, that sounds like a nightmare. Let's go in on the Page of Cups. Let's see what the Page of Cups has. Thank you. Seven of Wands. Okay. And this one's a little apologetic. All right, so the only thing I'd watch out for here, like, yes, there is this little gossipy thing that I was kind of picking up on the front, and I don't think that's out of the question. So just beware for the gossip in this time. Watch who you tell certain things to, because it's like, hey, if you tell that person, then they're going to tell everyone else. So we do have the gossip undertone, or at least people chatting about you. That's very possible. This one's a little apologetic though, so it's like unique how the energy is all present in a lot of different ways. Seven of Wands in reverse underneath the Page of Cups. It's like, hey Taurus, are you still mad at me? Or hey, I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna put my wands down now. It's, I don't know. It's like an energy that tries to make peace. So it's like we have a whole variety of different things here. Do I think you need to shut all of this energy out? Absolutely not. But to me, there's this free flowing energy. So whether it is like the talks, messages, conversations, people, like it's just super magnetic in this time. It's like with the Seven of Wands, it's like I'm fending them all off with a stick. Literally, that's what this card is doing. So when I see it in reverse under the Page of Cups, it's like one after another after another. So just again, your phones might be blowing up more so than usual in this time, Taurus, whether you like it or not. For some of you, this could be really fantastic, though. But I don't know what this apologetic energy is. There's something about that feels a little meek, where it's like, Taurus, are you still mad? Or, hey, Taurus, can I speak to you about something now? No, there's like a meekness to it, like testing the water. So we got a lot of stuff here, my friend. So just, I think the next couple of weeks should be interesting for you. But let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow. If you kindly look in the box, you know the name of the game. I've repeated it multiple times with all the people talking, chatter, and it starts off right here, heavy and strong with the Three of Cups, Eight of Wands. Boom, this energy comes in. Did feel a little chatty, a little gossipy. So just watch out for that. There could be people chatting it up about you, trying to get information from you. I don't feel like it's all malicious, but people talk, right? Like, you know how it goes. People talk. Um, this is good for meeting new people, especially here on the front, or socializing if you want to do that thing. Then in the center, we have the people you have history with too. So it's like they're all coming. Like all these energies are coming out of the woodwork, right? We have the Knight of Swords with the Six of Cups in reverse. So now's a good time for new energy. Now's a time for old energy. It's like I'm pulling all of this energy in. So you might not even realize you're doing it. So watch out for a variety of things, people, situations that could pop up kind of out of the blue, like in an unexpected fashion. Moving to the back end, we have the Page of Cups with the Seven of Wands in reverse. That does seem a little bit more apologetic or meek. But I also have this like fending everything away with sticks. So it just feels very intense, Taurus. So good luck with all that. Please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. And yes, I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge, they can be a good thing too. So let's get you one. And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. All right, let's get your shadow card here. Let's get the shadow card going. Yeah, Three of Cups again. So, I mean, it's been very consistent this week from front to back. Like, first with the Oracle card and all the communication undertones here. There's a little bit of waiting, though. Then we have the Three of Cups, all the people, all the stuff, and even in the shadows, we have the Three of Cups once again. So, I'll focus more on the shadow side because we did speak about the positive, where it's like celebration and victory and all that good stuff. There's good energy here, that's for sure. But the thing with the Three of Cups is watching out for funky group dynamics. That's one of the biggest shadow sides of this card. Either that, or it's an energy that overindulges. So if there are certain things that you're trying to stay away from, certain thought processes, certain habits, certain situations that, I should probably cut back from that. The Three of Cups is like, screw it, I'm just going to have fun. I don't care. Like, it's an energy that just lets loose, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just know in this time there could be a lot of things that are tempting you when this is here. Aside from that, I would say watch out for the funky group dynamics and drama, especially since I picked up a little bit of gossip. So we're just going to leave it at that, Taurus. That's what I got for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The August subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, or you'd like to have a chat with me, you can book a personal session with me on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The August calendar is up and spots go quick, so you might want to check that out. But for the August subscriber surprise, we're doing another winner's choice. I will choose 3 winners at random to either choose the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, which is an absolutely stunning deck, or one of the custom made crystal pendants from my website, mastermetaphysics.com. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's two simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards that showed up in your reading today, which one intrigued you the most? Which one caught your attention and why? And you put that in the comments, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab / post tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.